Something that's coming up right now is it's not over till it's over. And so remembering that in every single scenario that you come into in life is really crucial and important. Hi guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. Thank you so much for tuning in today. Today we're going to be talking about how making yourself feel better in any scenario is actually not toxic positivity, and it can actually transform your life and change things in a beautiful way. And I think that this is something that I've learned recently, so I'm really excited to share. So whenever I was younger, especially in my teen years, I would catastrophize. And one thing would maybe go wrong or not my perfect way because I really loved things going in a very specific way. And whenever they didn't go in that way, I would get very upset. I would overreact. I would do things that I probably didn't need to do. And in the action of doing that, I would make the situation worse, obviously, because if you are looking for bad things, then bad things will find you. Whatever you're looking for, you will find. Little side exercise or story, I guess just an example, is whenever you break up with someone, or maybe you start dating someone and you start to see their car on the highway all the time, or maybe you're shopping for a new car, or you have a dream car and you see it on the highway, or you pass it on the way to work, or you pass the dealership that happens to have your dream car. That's not an accident because you're focusing that energy in your mind, and then you have so much focus on it that it's manifesting into real life. Well, just like in this situation, if one thing starts to go wrong and then you focus on that one thing that's gone wrong and you start hyper-focusing on it over and over, and oh, this one thing went wrong, now nothing else can go right, well, those manifestations are going to come to life in those few seconds because you are saying so, and you have this strong emotion of fear or hurt or shame or blame or upsetness or anger or whatever it is, unworthiness, this negative, powerful feeling that you're driving into the rest of your occasion, the rest of your day, or whatever event is taking place where one thing went wrong. Whereas, I know this might sound a little crazy, but try it out, because it's been working in my experience, which is why I'm here today to say it to you. But maybe you're getting in a fight with someone, maybe one thing went wrong, maybe you have a very tight schedule and something has gone wrong and it is very triggering, or it's throwing basically a rock through your whole plans, just crumpling it up and throwing it away, because I definitely know what it feels like to have days like that. And although sitting down and taking a moment to collect yourself may seem like a waste of time, the solution to a problem cannot be solved on the same level of consciousness that it's created on. And when you take that into literal practice, that means that if something happens, there's a wrench in your plans, and then you stay in that vibration of the wrench, you stay in the vibration of the negativity. Oh, my friend hurt my feelings, someone let me down, blah 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 blah, my dress is ripped. You can stay in that vibration of that negativity. Whereas if you sit down, you could meditate, you could just take a few deep breaths. But the goal of this sitting down moment is to think any thought that can literally make you feel better. And the difference between this action and toxic positivity is whenever you're forcing positivity repeatedly and you don't believe it. That's toxic positivity. So the difference between this and that is toxic positivity. So maybe start with your angry thought. I'm so angry this didn't work out. I'm so upset right now. But start climbing up the ladder to a better feeling thought, one, but also a thought that you believe. So if you sit down and you're like, affirmations, right? And you say the affirmation, everything's going to work out today. And it's clearly not working out in this moment. And you don't believe that everything's going to work out today because clearly it's not working out. So saying that affirmation is actually counterproductive because you're telling yourself things that you don't believe. And now you're disrupting the trust system that you have in yourself because you're telling yourself to believe things that you don't even believe. So when it comes to affirmations and manifestation and everything, I'm really learning that if you do not believe it, you might as well not even do it. You might as well not even say it because it's more counterproductive than it would be if you believed what you said. So you can start at that lower vibrational thought. Start in anger, start in boredom, start in curiosity. It doesn't always have to be radiating positivity, authenticity, unconditional love. Yes, we want to get there, but we have to climb up the vibration. You can't just go from feeling shame and then radiating bliss in in a 24-hour period. And to my understanding, you know, it's energy we experience in different frequencies throughout our day, but we still have this radiating frequency. Anyway, so going back to our example, whenever we have something that has thrown a wrench in our day, we take a moment, we sit down, and we find a better feeling thought. We are changing that level of consciousness. So now the ability to access different solutions is on a different vibration. So what do we do whenever this happens? So we're angry, we're upset, whatever's going on. Now we're going to sit down and we're going to think a better feeling thought. We also want to think the thoughts that are real, that we believe. So say the thought that you believe, think it to yourself. I'm so angry this happened. But then maybe think a realistic thought that you believe. I'm glad that this didn't happen. Maybe my flight got canceled for my safety. Maybe I was meant to do this today. Maybe I wasn't meant to go to this event. And if that feels like toxic positivity to you, then do not say it. If you don't believe it, do not say it. But try to find a better feeling thought that's moving more towards a thought that feels good as you're doing this. And then once you've done that, your ability to find solutions to your day, or maybe the ability for God and the universe to provide those solutions for you, is going to be more achievable, because you aren't resisting the universe helping you. You aren't resisting God and your friends and your mom and your sister, or whoever, your family, your partner, from helping you create a solution or create a situation that can be better for you. And I feel like the main takeaway that I'm trying to give in this video is that feeling better thoughts and thinking better thoughts in any scenario will always benefit you. And in my experience, and maybe the way that I was taught to believe things, I thought that that was toxic positivity. I thought that thinking better thoughts was not good. If someone was upset with me, then I needed to feel that upsetness, and that's not true. The one person that you have to live with your entire life is yourself, and the only place that you basically exist is in your mind. So you need to make it a very nice, happy, loving place to live. And the ability to change that is just by one good feeling thought a day. Not to get dark, we'll probably talk about it sometime, but I had years of my life where I did not think any good thoughts. I thought a lot of very dark thoughts for a very long time. For me even to be able to think the thoughts that I can think now, I'm so grateful. I'm so grateful for the knowledge that I've learned. I'm so grateful for my ability to share it with you. I'm a very big emotional person, and I've tried to resist that my entire life. And this is a place where I want to be vulnerable with all of the knowledge that I've learned, everything that has impacted me in my life, and I have a lot more videos planned for you guys. We're going to talk about sociology, we're going to talk about masks, we're going to talk about sociological theory and applying it to your everyday life. We're going to incorporate yoga. Everything that I feel like I have studied in each capacity of my life, professional, personal, school, everything, I feel like it's coming together in this moment, and I feel like it's coming together so I can share it with people. So if any of this is helpful, please let me know. If it's not helpful, you can tell me that too. If you're trying it out and it works for you, let me know. Comment, like, subscribe. Thank you so much for being here, and I love you guys.